Good evening everyone, welcome to Just Trains TV. Tonight we're going to be doing a run on the Cornish Main Line. We've got the Class 43 HST for the run this evening. We're going to be doing Plymouth down to Penzance. It's an early morning run, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning in the snow, so it's nice open sunlight along the full way of this one as well. 78 miles, about 2 hours or so driving time, so sit back and relax. Good morning, driver. Please prepare the train and unlock the doors. You are due to depart from Plymouth at 07:02, and this is a stopping service, so it will be a long journey. Traffic is light due to the time of day, so you should have a clear run. Right. There we go. Let's get that on. We'll get the vigilance on as well. We can take the DRA off. Doors already open. Get the lights on. Right, so that's that. Right. So good evening to Tom Andrew McKines. Countess, good evening. Who else have we got in tonight? Nigel, good to see you. Just Trains as well, good evening. Underground Gary, good evening. And Dan Sando as well, good evening. How are we doing? Evening, Willow. Hopefully the audio volumes are alright, because obviously me and Willow have been swapping between the two accounts, so should be alright. It does look alright at my end, so my voice should be a little bit louder than the train. Or was it a tad quiet? In which way, Will? Is that in terms of microphone or the train? On mic. How's that? Testing. Testing. Might be the filter actually. Let's put the gain up a little bit. That should do it. Dave Knowles, good evening. Cheers, Will. Right. Let's get the hood on. As well, in conjunction with tonight's stream, we've got some offers on with the Cornish Main Line route. So if you haven't got the route, there's two versions available. There's the extension for the Western Main Line series, and then there's the option to do standalone as well. The prices as well for each version, they will pop up during the stream as well with links. At I think it's like 12-minute intervals, so you can catch the links as they appear. That will be on Twitch, but I will feed some links into Facebook as well. So the Cornish Main Line standalone is down from £21.99, and that is now at £15.99. The extension is down from £18.99 down to £12.99. Both of these offers are on until this coming Friday at 5 PM, so plenty of time to have a little look around and see if it's one for you. Alright, so here we go. So, stopping pattern for the service is, so we've done Plymouth, platform 5, we've got Devonport, Saltash, St Germans, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, Lostwithiel, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Earth, and finally arriving at Penzance at approximately 09:11 on the game time. Cheers for that, Nigel. Was there ever an update on why people who owned the Steam version with the cross-country HST needed to rebuy the release? I'm not overly sure on that one, to be quite honest. It's not something I can actually answer. Scotty Scottrail, thank you for the follow. Good evening. I'm assuming it's something down with Steam, because obviously it's on the Steam store. But don't quote me on that one. Scott's not in with us this evening, so I'll be able to try and ask the question and find that one out for next week. So again, as I do make a note of questions for asking. If I can't give you the direct answer this evening, I will get that answer for the next stream. Yes, Countess, I believe so. Not a problem though, Rob Powell. I'll see if I can find an answer for you. Obviously, we have no control how the Steam store stuff works. It goes to DTG from us, and then they distribute it at their end. So it's on their end, I would have thought. Dallas, good evening. How are you? Right, so we're just arriving into Devonport, so just take it easy coming in. See if I can find and locate these stock car markers and get to the right position as well. So we are a 8 car set. So it's 8 plus 2, 2 plus 8. I think on this one, yeah, they are just beyond the platform. Actually, you can see where the junction relay boxes are, just on the curve. So we need to pull forward a bit. Stock car markers. There's quite a lot. There's 2 plus 4 for the castle sets. There's IET markers, and there's also markers for the old HST style working. So there's a bit of everything on this route. We want perfect. I want perfect stops. Overlap or not is a different thing, but we'll give it a good go. Even if we just ease them in, it's better than coming in too fast and making a hash job of it. There we go. Right, Devonport. So we have quite a climb in a moment as we head our way up to the Royal Albert Bridge, just near Saltash. So this is Devonport. The Tamar Valley line, this section as well. It's either Tamar or Tamar. T-A-M-A-R. Might be Tamar actually, that. So it's quite a hilly location this as well. Set in a cutting. We got ourselves back in the cab though because we'll be off in a moment. Put this into neutral for a second just so it don't keep beeping at me. Class 43, good evening. Rob Allen, good evening as well. And Dean M, good evening. Love the route building streams. Is there any more coming up? Yes, there will be some more coming up soon. So Will did his asset development stream last week. I did the route one the week before, so it'll be another week or two before the next route building one. So do look out for that. Right, next stop is Saltash, so over the Royal Albert Bridge into Saltash. Evening, Chris Harrison, how are you doing? So it's a 1 in 100 climb out of Devonport as well. And Whitemeat, good even getting closer for you to get a well-needed haircut. Yes. Not long. Can't come quick enough. I was due to have a proper haircut just before the lockdown kicked in just after New Year, weren't it? I think like 2 days after I was actually going to go and have an haircut, and yeah, that didn't happen. Annoyingly. Is there a passenger view? We're on the AP sound pack for this, just to be noted, so it does have the heads out passenger view, but the default HST does have a passenger view. That's my little disclaimer, because I run on my own personal PC. There is a few mods on my side, so obviously we've got the sound pack on the base train. I think it's the MTU pack. But other than that, the route is as it comes out of the box, or out of the digital download as it was in today's world. No, I'm not using ATP actually. That's a good question. I'll pop it on. So 50 mile an hour limit on this section. Oh, excellent stuff there, Chris. That's good news. Will there be a Hope Valley stream in the next month or so? It may be a few more months than that. It's still quite early in the days for getting it onto stream. When the time comes though, we will definitely have it on stream. Oh, is it? Well, I'll turn it off then. Dan knows his stuff. I don't know really anything about ATP, how it works. I know how it works, I just don't know where it operates. I've just learned something though. So thank you very much for the heads up on that one. John, thank you very much for the follow there. The like, I think it was a like on Facebook, that weren't it? It's all fun trying to keep up with the Facebook lights because it's so small on my screen. Let's see if I can actually make that a little bit bigger, actually. Possibly may have just made that work. We'll see. Time will tell. Devonport docks in the background there as well. To the naval sub-ships as well in the distance. So we're coming up to St Budo Road. So it's down to 40 at the moment as well, so we're just going to knock the power back down. You actually don't need to purchase any of the AP43 stuff for this scenario. This is actually a default scenario. It just uses it because it overwrites the default train. The scenario we're doing is one that comes with the pack as well. It's 1 Charlie 40. But it would be the EP for the MTU if you did wish to have that. If you don't have that. Oh, it does need it, does it? I'd have thought it would still use it either way, without it. But that's fair enough if it does. Under my understanding is I'm sure the default one does actually get overwritten by the sound pack, the sounds off the EP, but I'm not over sure. I think it does. Right, down to 15 for the Royal Albert Bridge. We've got the signal box going on the right side as well. So I need to slow down for this. It's quite a slow section. Opens up to 55 on the other side at the start of the station. Need to watch myself when I come out of the cab as well, because obviously I've got the vigilance on. It's one of the things that catches me out. It's got the road bridge as well on the right side there for the Tamar Bridge, so both customs for the area. And of course the granite structure by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Opened in 1859. I'll turn the DVD off for a second just while we come out of here because epic views and all that. It's one of the key locations on the route. One of my favourite sections is you get some lovely views, especially when you get a bit further up the line. When you come around this curve just over there in the tree line, you get some really nice views with the bridge in the background. Especially if there's another AI where you've passed it at the station. So you can get some nice screenshots. I'm going to jump back into the cab because obviously we've got the station coming up in a minute. Evening Spaghetti. Cheers mate, thank you. Hope you're well. So there's a Class 66 waiting in the other platform there as well, waiting to take the road over the bridge. I will show you the Union Pub as well. Just let me get ourselves into the station and I'll go and give you a quick look at that. We've just crossed into Cornwall. So stop markers are just up the line, nearly in Penzance. This is just so we can clear the junction so the AI can take off. Or else we'll be blocking the junction. There we go. Right, doors open. So Union Pub is somewhere down here. There you go. Quite an interesting looking pub. Can't go to the pub in real life, but we can go to the virtual pub. Welsh Jim, good evening. There we go, we can head off there. Let's all grab a pint. I've got my pint of Vimto. Right, onwards. So next station is St Germans, which is just literally under 5 miles, so 4.93 currently, as the HUD tells me. So hopefully, as I was saying a minute ago, you get some lovely views. So you can see there, we're coming around this bend here, and you can obviously see the 66 heading its way over the Royal Albert Bridge there. So it does make some quite cool scenes. Put me vigilance back on there. We're on Cornish Main Line, Spaghetti Raver. Evening, Rob. How are we doing, mate? So, on our way to St Germans. Opens up to 70 in a moment. We are going down, so I'm just going to knock the power off for a minute. Glenny Lottie, thank you very much for the follow there. The like on Facebook, shall I say. I'm still having to like get my binoculars out to read the little window. Will's in the chat. He's actually not co-hosting with us this evening. I think he's just popped in just to have a little browse, just to keep an eye on things here and there. Will JT ever remake this? I don't think they'll remake this. It's fairly recent. It's only a couple of years old, this one. So there's no plans to rebuild this this route. That'd be a long job. So route map. I'm on the Western Main Line's extension, by the way, so it's a big map, but I'm going to turn that off a second because it'll end up going off and I'll miss it. So we started literally at Plymouth here. The route does extend out to, I think, somewhere around Hemerdon, something like that around. It's just literally outside of near Lit, this section. It does give you a little bit of an extension on the standalone. But obviously we're heading this way down to Penzance, and you can see, even though for a 74-mile route, it is very twisty turny. Hence why it takes nearly about 2 hours and 10 minutes for this run, with it being a stopper as well. Top speed is 75 mile an hour on one of the sections, or a few here and there on the route. Other than that, it's quite a slow run. Ulrich Sherman, thank you very much for the like. Good evening. I remember when I did this the first time round, I think we actually did this on one of the launch nights, this scenario, so it was a couple of years ago on that. So it's quite a nice run, so I thought we'll pop it back on again. Yeah, so Spaghetti Raver, so the map that you see on mine, it does have the full run to Paddington, which is the Western Main Line's extension we're running tonight, but there is a standalone version as well. We're not working on anything at the moment for Tracing World 2. We haven't taken that plunge or anything yet. Celtic Boy, good evening. We are at the Cornish Main Line, so we're on our way from Plymouth to Penzance. We're about we're on to our 1, 2, 3, 4th station. Finley Rude, thank you for the light there. Good evening. We're on a FGW, sorry. Okay, XC, no, we're on an FGW there. Good evening, Speedbird. Get me words tongue-tied them. We'll do some virtual Trago Mills shopping, yes, as we cross over. Is it Largin Viaduct? I think it is. It crosses over there. Ricard, thank you for the like. I'm getting good at this now, catching that light box. I've adjusted my eyes so I can see it. Move my mouse out of the screen there. So it's 50. So we cross over St Germans Viaduct, and then the station's just on the other side. So we'll have a little look around here in a minute. We'll pull into the station and we'll have a quick look. Count yourselves lucky. How's everyone's last week been? Has everyone got had a good weekend and that? I was listening to our last stream. Again, thank you to everyone that watched our last one. With Will doing his asset creation. Hope you all enjoyed that and want to see some more in the future. Hey, class 43. It's quite a short station once again this, so we just need to pull up a little bit further. Slight overshoot past the marker, but we're in anyway. The best livy for the HST is this. I don't know, I like GNR. Can't beat a bit of GNR. So whilst we're doing the stop there, we'll just go and have a quick mooch back down to St Germans Viaduct. We'll watch the HST crossing over there. Possibly, yes, Dan. As I say, I'm on a modded version. It's my own personal setup. I don't have a second setup for streaming, unfortunately. It's one of them. I can't keep reverting me TS every stream. Be there forever. Matt Simpson, thanks for the like. Good evening. So that is St Germans Viaduct. Lovely views down here as well. You've got all the boats all lined up there. Some nice screenshots when you get the right lighting. Off he goes. A quick look around the station as well whilst we're here. St Germans is quite a cool one. It's got the old little carriage there, which is I think is a camping coach as well. Quite a cool little spot if you've ever got camping here. Right, away we go. Next up is Liscard. It's the base Cuju 43 with the enhancement from Armstrong Powerhouse on there. How does one tell if the signal ahead is red or yellow other than zooming in? Is there an indication on the HUD? Not on the HUD, but you'll get warnings on the AWS system. So if you've got a green, you'll hear a ping on the AWS. It'll ping. And what it'll do is you'll look for the sunflower dial there as well. So if you hear a ping and you don't see any yellow indication on there, that means that your next signal's green. If you do have a yellow or a red, your sunflower will light up yellow. That's when you start slowing down. So if it's double yellow, travel at 70, no more. Obviously, if it's single yellow, then you need to get ready to prepare to stop. If you drive on, I think if you drive it on expert, You can still set it to expert mode. I remember years ago you could have it on simple and stuff like that. I think expert mode you get all that lot. I don't know how the simple mode works. It's been a long time since I've used it. Does simple mode actually take out the AWS stuff? Does anyone know that? Monty the Horse, thank you very much to the host at Twitch there. DJ Snap Attack, good evening as well. Liscard is on it, stops about 7.5 miles. Good evening there, Monty. Right, so... Yeah, I'm assuming you can still switch it between expert and simple. You could do that in the earlier data tests. I'm pretty sure you can still do it. Where's Will? He may be in the chat. He may be lurking. He's lurking in the moderator section, so he's about. He's just not joining us as co-hosting this evening. Notch it. That's notch 2 there, just while we're climbing. So 65 minute, again, quite a slow run. Mileage left down is 67 miles, so we've literally done about 12 miles, which feels like we've been doing a lot more. Who added the tram to the MML? Will created the little AI tram for us. I placed it into the scenarios, Mark put it into the builds, and then obviously it worked from there. It's only to be used as an AI purpose. It's not actually drivable or anything like that. It's no interiors or anything. There's a Nottingham tram went out with the latest Midland Main Line build. It's just an AI purpose model, just to see going over the top of the station. Pretty much, there's no sound or anything like that. It's just an AI purpose model. You should be able to stop in time. As long as you see that signal, you should be able to stop. But you'll get a double yellow beforehand. You'll get a double yellow, a single yellow, then a red. So you get plenty of warning. But if you need to, just use the full brakes if you can go through it. Always make the attempt to stop. Met Rambo, good evening. Thing as well, if you end up going through red signals, it can sometimes break scenarios, so you always try and make sure you stop. Bro Paul, good evening. The Pusey route is coming on nicely. Thank you, Nigel. Single yellow will be the one before the red. It will be double and then a single and then red. But it may change, but always expect it to be red. Don't always expect it to change because it may not straight away. Just bear with me a couple of moments, guys. I need to go and quickly sort the little one out because he's just decided to start crying, which is always helpful. That'll be 2 moments, guys. Right, back guys, apologies for that. Lorry driver, good evening, how are you? So again, for anyone that's joined us recently during the stream, we have a couple of offers on for our Cornish Main Line range. We've got the standalone and the extension to the Western Main Lines. If you haven't at all looked at this route yet, do take a look at the links that pop in during the stream. You can pick up the extension version for Western Main Lines at the price of £15.99. £12.99. Sorry for the extension, and it's £15.99 for the standalone. Reading it back to front on the Nightbot thing. These offers are on till Friday, this coming Friday at 5 PM. So you get 79 miles off route with a number of scenarios as well. Plenty of running hours as well for you to keep you busy. Brewer, thank you for the like there. Good evening. Leslie Unicorn, good evening. How are you? I should get my rail outs out here because it gives some interesting bits and pieces. So see if I can find where I am in my book, so I can point some bits and pieces out along the way. I used to do this quite a lot actually in streams. Oh, page 2, that's easy to find, isn't it? It's literally at the front of the book. Done. It may come at some point, Dan. We never know. Paul Rogers, thank you for the like. Good evening. It's just one, then obviously with that heavily busy on other things, it may come down the line. I could put the request across. I don't know how it worked for the Western Main Line stuff, but the standalone may be able to be done a lot easier. Hope you're doing well there, Pete Brewer. Right, Liscard, just literally a mile away, just over. So, let me get myself sorted in my book. So, Petro, thank you very much for the like there. Good evening. So, at Liscard, you can actually change here and take the line down to Loo. So, there's a branch. It's not fully included with this, by the way, but in real life you can change here, take the stopper service down to Loo. Runs down to Coombe Junction Halt. So Coombe Junction Halt's actually included with the route, and Mooreswater Cement Terminal, that's included as well, which I'll show you as we pass. So there is the freight potential down there, and there is some scenarios that feature that part of the route as well. It's quite a challenge as well when you go down that steep gradient. You've got to keep your eye on the ball with the brakes. So it's quite a long swooping curve as well. I'll show you if you're not quite familiar with the area of the route. Ovidlu, thank you for the like there. Good evening. I hope I'm getting these names right. I do apologise if I'm pronouncing them wrong. Just a keyboard art 9K. Just a keyboard for this. So the markers for us are literally at the end of the platform. We'll do some shopping at Trago as well as we go by. Does anyone want anything from Trago Mills? No, I've never worked personally with alongside DCG. Only with JT. I'm a contracted route developer, of course streamer as well for JT. But before I started work with JT, I was a tram driver at Blackpool for 6 years. I've been with JT now for 2 years. What I'll do is I'll just pause the game for a moment while we're here, just to show you guys. Actually, I've got a bit of time actually. So you've got the Holt station there. So this is where the shuttles come backwards and forwards, and then they head off in this direction right down here. Take this little big swooping curve, and then they head down the steep gradient under the viaduct. So you can see quite a steep gradient. It's about a mile or so this section of track as well to get all the way around here. It's quite a decent length. So they head down here, still going, around this bend, and then you come to Coombe Junction, halt down here. The services would then change and then head in that direction down to Loo. But the freight terminal is down this section here, so you've got the Coombe Junction halt station. And then keep going. You go underneath Moorswater Viaduct down to the cement terminal, which is hidden away in the trees down here. Is it called Prago? I don't think it's got any name at all, to be fair, DJ. Yes, Spaghetti Raver. Yeah, I did 6 years on the new trams. Not new now, they're about 8 or so years old. You eat cement. Fun fact. You must have some strong teeth. Quite a long stop we've got here. Take a look at the station whilst we're here. So all custom assets on here. Bit late now. Sorry, you should have told me a bit sooner, mate. Quite an interesting one as well. You've got this lovely old 7.4 gantry. It's quite an interesting one as well. Just the way it looks and operates. It's quite cool to take with the screenshots as well there. Lower quadrants as well. Just to be expected with the area, the region. Got Liscard box there as well. Oh, I'm glad I didn't butcher it, Pete. No idea on the nameplate. It's not really focused on them because they're not actually part of the route, but it is David Austin Cartoonist. They're just part of a mod that I've got in my own personal install. Right, our next stop is Bodmin Parkway in just over 9 miles. So Bodmin Parkway, of course, is the changeover point where if you want to go to the Bodmin and Wentford Heritage Steam Railway. So we will head over St Pinnock Viaduct. Well, first of all, it's Moorswater Viaduct at the moment, and we do have the single track section which goes over St Pinnock's Viaduct and then Largin. I think it's Largin where Trago Mills is, and then we go back off the double track towards Bodmin. So we're dropping down in gradient at the moment, down to the viaduct here at Moorswater. And then we straight back into an incline. So we're going to put the power on in a minute because otherwise we'll start losing speed. There's no plans at current to do any of the branch lines. Never say never though. So we're climbing in the 1 in 74 currently. So again, the cement terminal being to the right of us down in the valley down there. Sort of about notch 3 and 4 really to keep this at speed. He's still trying to go over the 60 mark, so we'll have to keep notching it backwards and forwards a bit. We're due into Bodmin at 7:47, but we're apparently saying we're a little bit early, so I must be doing something right. About 30 seconds early at the minute. That could change though. We'll add them to the list of what people would like to see from us. So again, never say never. There's always the options to do these. The one thing you've got to note, though, of course, is that the Western Main Line route itself is a very, very big network, because it is at 327 miles, I think, all in. So it's one of them. Does it take? You've got to sort of think of when is it going to take that strain where it's going to strain the route more than what it does. I mean, you see, it's running on the extension at the minute. It's running quite nicely. You've just got to watch that tracks.bin file, which holds all the track information. Just try not to overbloat it, really. We don't want to do something that may break what we've got, potentially. Ned's Trains, good evening. Evening, Merseyrail. You're new to Twitch, but I know you from Trains and TV. Excellent. I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening. SEML? Scottish East Coast Main Line, do you mean? Or South East Main Line? South East Main Line, is it? Have I got that right? There's no set date on it, Nigel. It's just as and when it's ready, but we are all action stations with that. Once we get near the time, we can start sharing the dates. James Chick, good evening. Looks brilliant. What route is it? It is the Cornish Main Line from ourselves at Just Trains. Currently on offer at the moment as well, till this Friday. Harry Moore, thank you for the like. Good evening there. The South Eastern Main Line, we'll definitely take note. Move my mouse there because it'll be in the middle of the screen there. So it's Tunbridge to Ashford, right? Right. I know which route you mean. Nils Westerman, good evening. Thank you for the like. No, so Dan, the track file isn't the reason why it's in the XC. The reason why Chiltern and Western Main Lines go into a RAW file rather than the usual, you know, the XC, how everything else comes, so you can do an installer. Oh, who we got there? The Mersey, thank you very much for following and liking there. Yes, so the reason why it's not an installer EXE is because of the common library. So the common library is added to that size, so it's over a certain size threshold where the installer can take it. So the installer can't go over a certain size, so it has to go in a zip. Hope that makes sense. So St Pinnocks, we just got over there. Yeah, St Pinnocks and Trago Mills is where we're there. Mark Fitch, thank you for the like. So yeah, this is Trago Mills. No, because the Midland Main Line route itself may be smaller in size. It all goes down to the size of the whole lot in a collective. In terms of mileage, so if you think about it, mileage-wise, it probably is a little bit smaller than Chiltern. It's just the way it all works and the size of all the asset files and stuff like that. It'll eventually probably may get to a stage where it will go into a RAR, but at the moment it's not at that stage. What is my key role at Just Trains? So my key role at Just Trains is route building. So I've been involved with the Metropolitan Line, the Met. So I did that first, and then I went on to doing some of the Midland Main Line stuff. So I did half of the Derby Nottingham Leicester project with Mark. Worked on the Awash, and also I worked on the Barrow Hill projects. Currently working on the South Western Expressways to Reading route at the minute as well with Mark. Of course, as well on Monday evening I do the streams. My favourite route is the Midland Main Line. It's one that I've really thoroughly enjoyed driving the more and more whilst we've been building it as well. Huge variety and scope for the scenarios, with it being quite a lengthy network now. Metline as well, it's just such a fun route to drive as well in terms of like the signalling and stuff. Not to say that I don't like this either. To be fair, I love this as well. There's so many routes I do enjoy driving. It's hard to pick. Just waiting for someone to remake a 166 and maybe include a proper 165 as well. That'd be nice. It would be really, really nice to see them in TS. They'd be right at home with our routes as well. Dean, so you'd love to see a Wikipedia style of route building where the community does bits of work on different parts and you can book a slot. Yeah, that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? I mean, there's loads of tutorials and stuff like if you want to like learn stuff on YouTube as well. We do stuff in terms of route building now on our streams as well, which we give the information out on how we do things and tips along the way. We saw a Manchester to Nottingham service, I think via Hope Valley. That would be thrashing TS, definitely. We've got Liverpool stuff in there as well, so you've got the whole lot there. So you get quite a lengthy run when that comes out eventually. The Met is the most rewarding. Thank you for the kind words there as well, Rob. I hope you enjoy that. I do see quite a lot of your screenshots as well of your adventures on the route. Right, so Bodmin's not far away. Sam Joan, so your local line is the Midland Main Line, and it would be great to make even a separate line. Which part of the Midland Main Line are you at? Spanner195, thank you very much for joining there, and good evening. Met is very frustrating if you miss a signal and start going a bit wrong. It gets you all flustered if you make a mistake. It's very rewarding if you get there in one piece without spadding a signal or getting any of the alarms go off in the cab along the way. Oh, down at Bedford. So we've not quite reached there yet, but there is the hope that we will get there one day. That is the plan anyway. This may be one for DTG, but is it possible for third parties to collab with DTG in TS World? I believe the way to get into TS World with DTG is actually signing up as a third party developer, sort of in that way. I heard that on one of their streams, so that is the way you have to do it. Us at JT, we haven't taken that plunge as of yet. We would like to do that at some point, but currently we are very, very busy. Of course, with all our other bits and pieces, so it's one of them. You've got to look for the right moment. Is it right for us at the time? Do we have the manpower to take people off of a project and put them onto other projects and learn TS World? Because it's not something we can just pick up straight away and get right in with it. I've gone past the marker there. But yeah, it's something we'd like to do one day. Are there any tramway signal assets out there? I believe there is some somewhere, freeware ones. Can't quite remember where. I have seen them. We do have some sort of tram-style signals with our U-Bahn route as well. They are German signals, but they are effectively like a tram system in the way they operate. So you've got really bad problems with the Met line in terms of the lag. Is it possible to patch? A patch could be added maybe to try and reduce the amount of lag. We really have done as much as we can currently for the route. I mean, we would love to try and investigate some new ways. If we can figure out some more ways that we can do that, we would. We've actually done some cutting down with the poly stuff for the S-Stock, because the S-Stock's quite an intense piece of kit in terms of all the scripting and everything as well. So Will did a de-poly count, if you will. So he took a load of poly out of the models, but leaving them exactly how they would still to the eye when you look at it. So nothing was lost in terms of the detail. It was a lot of the hidden stuff that you wouldn't see behind stuff. taking geometry out here and there where you can, which it did do quite a decent job as well in terms of that. It is recommended to have a higher end PC for the route as well, in that respect too. It's a big calculation with other things as well. You've got the route itself, which is brought with the stock. The route's doing a lot of calculations with the signals because there's so much going on. You've got, for example, 50 AI Met trains in a scenario nearly, all a couple of moments behind each other. Each signal's got to calculate where that one's going, where this one's going. They're all working at the same time, so it's one of them. It's a bit of a chain reaction. But we have done as much as we can for it. Even I took loads of scenery out of the route before release as well, trying to cut stuff back just to help it out. But it's definitely one of our loved projects and products out there as well. So everyone that plays the route and enjoys it, thank you for taking the time to purchase and enjoy it. Ben, good evening, and James as well, good evening. How are you guys? It would be a great benefit if TS's core engine could be updated, because that would help. But where we would see that, I don't know. I don't think we would. We've just been so many years into the game now. It was nice to see 64-bit come. That did help. GT thought about developing our own train sim. We haven't got that manpower to do that, unfortunately. Next stop, by the way, is Lostwithiel. A question, if you don't mind. Sorry for interrupting the text, but not a problem. Don't have to apologise. What we're here for, to answer questions along the way. Western Main Line's quick drive only has the OB and South Devon starting and endpoints. None of the right. So there's a way of fixing this, and it is removing the scenario database cache and then let it rebuild the cache. I have it with a lot of QDs. The game itself sometimes mysteriously just likes to lose the QDs. You'll have them one day and then the next minute some of them are gone and you'll only have so many left. The way you do it is you'd have to go into your train sim directory and then head to the contents folder. So go through the whole directory, obviously where it goes to Railworks and where you see the assets, content, manuals and all that stuff. Go to content, open that folder up, and you'll see there's two files in there called SDBC cache and I think SDBC.bin. I will double check that just to give you the right two file names. And what you do is you remove them, relaunch the game. Don't remove them fully in terms of delete them. Take them out and back them up somewhere safe, just in case anything goes wrong, because you can always pop them back in. But yeah, save them somewhere safe. So yeah, content, and it is the SDB cache, and then also the SDB cache.bin.md5 files. So if you take them out, let the game reload again, it'll rebuild the scenario database and it'll put everything back in, and you should have all your QDs back. What I'll do is as well, I'll show you on my game folder in a second which two I mean. So hopefully it'll help you out there. I had to do it myself, I think about a week ago. I was doing some stuff with the Met line, trying to do a QD on there. And I couldn't find them, they're gone. I've slowed down a bit too early here, really, haven't I? Just get Alex to purchase TS rights from DCG, and now they've got TS World 2. On the 24th of February, you'll be being train simming for 1 year. Excellent, happy 1 year. Friday, I'm like 13. 13 fun years. Maybe more now, actually, to be fair. It's probably not coming to 14 years. So Lostwithiel's coming up. I'm sort of taking it a little bit slower as well, just so I can keep up with the chat. So for your route, you've been adding rows of trees, so there's not lots of distance here. You're making the tallow sort of less of an issue and keeping the total asset number count down. That's good. Use 3D trees line side, 2D everywhere else. That's another good way of doing it. That helps your FPS count. And it helps on that tile stutter as well. Yeah, I'm just nimbling along. It lets you enjoy the scenery. Base grass makes you feel sick. Right, so where's my markers? There they are. Right, so for the scenario database, hang on, I'll show you quickly which files to back up. So, move that over here. I'll just pop the. Nope, not that one. That one. So, if you go to your directory, so Railworks, and you'll see the main, so your assets, content, and all that lot. Go to content, and then you'll see the routes folder where they're living. Stay this one here, and down here, these two. Back those two up, take them out of the game, and back them up somewhere safe on like the desktop. Reload train sim, let it rebuild that database, and you should have your QDs. Cornish Main Line is on Steam. It is an unbranded version on Steam. Do recommend as well if you want to purchase. It's on our website, the branded version, and it does come with more scenarios as well compared to the Steam offering. Same amount of track miles and stuff like that, but you get a bit extra on our side, and you also do get them reward points for future releases and stuff. I'm on full screen windowed for TS. Fish chips, you've been train simming for 20 plus years. Well, yeah, if you count MSTS in there, actually, it would be a lot more for me as well. Next stop for us is Par. James Street, not a problem. Let us know how you get on with that. Again, just make sure you back them up safely, just until you've made sure it's done it works. At the Merseyrail, so is it possible for you to suggest a route to you which you may be passed to the team? Yeah, go for it. If there's anything that you would like to see, we'll put it into the little list of possibilities down the line. Row Squadron, good evening. We're on Cornish Main Line. Hope you're well as well. The branch to the left is the line which goes to Fowey. I think it's pronounced Fowey. It's the China Clay terminal. We've got Trevor in Tunnel. Yeah, Trevor in Tunnel coming up shortly as well. Foy. You know me and my pronunciations. Shocking. That place. That place down the branch. It's a nice little line down there as well. What if you see Microsoft Train Sim 21? Personally, I would love to see Microsoft back in the Train Sim game. Obviously, they've done Flight Simulator. That would be fantastic, but you never know. Nothing is out there or is announced at the moment, is it? So Trevor in Tunnel. So as your name suggests, you live on the Merseyrail network in Liverpool. For a while you've always wanted to see it brought to life in TS21. Either the Northern or the Wirral line would be a nice addition to having TS. The dreams will come true. I'll definitely pass that on and add it to the list. You can't go through a tunnel and not blast the horn with echo. It's got to be done. I'm speeding here now. It's so picturesque down this section of the route. Just all the twisty turns, all the elevated curves as well. Spanner 195, good evening. Evening to you at Preston as well. Quite close to me there. In a 150/2 GWI is your favourite or a 67? We're not too far from par as well now. It's mad to think, Dan, that obviously part of the Western Main Line, when you get down here, it's the all semaphores, it's single lining areas. It's mad. Obviously less trains down here, so they can obviously do it. It's par, 0.3 of a mile. You expect it here in Wales, but not where XC and SGW services go. China Clay trains at the right hand side there as well. So Par is a junction where the Atlantic Coast line to Newquay takes this direction down here. Also has I'm just going through my things. So you got what's called it, Bugle. So you've got the trying to figure out it's got Goon Barrow. That's what it is. I was looking for it. So you've got the terminal down there as well. You've also got I'm going to pause for a second. You've got the turntable, the roundhouse there. There, Marker. Good evening. So as well, you can use the turntable that all operates. Can't go into the actual roundhouse itself, but you can operate the turntable if you wish to do so in course with like steam tours and stuff like that. Ease off. These are CDAs for the China Clay. So these are covered. They're like AAs, what they are. They all MGR style wagons. They're a little bit different though. These have got their hoods and stuff on them. Slight difference. Right. St Austell next. Craigie boy, good evening. How are you? I agree, James. I was quite pleased to see that this evening. But I did pick up a purchase myself. I haven't played with it yet. I'll have a look later on. Hasn't got a tail light made. It's because it's an older wagon in the game. So some of the older stuff doesn't have the tail lamps on them. Right, yeah, so St Austell next. So we're going to pass over the line that goes down to Par Dock as well, in a short section. Yeah, Kuju stuff doesn't obviously, it's quite old stuff. Flashing tail lamps sort of came in later on down the line, a couple of years into the game, I think. So we've got, where is it? It's over here, isn't it? So you've got a small section, so you go past the roundhouse turntable and that you come down this section down here to the dock there. A few sidings down there. The Cornish pixie nicked it. We should have our Cornish pasties out this evening, shouldn't we? Yeah, JT did. Was it under the active script stuff? That I was reading on AP's website. I think they did something in terms of one of the wagon packs. I was updating this afternoon, and they had it under a license to use the lamp. So JT had a thing called active script, where all the different features of like the stock were done. I haven't heard the HST beep at you acknowledging your speed. ATP's turned off, as I believe it only runs between Paddington and Bristol. I'm not sure if they still use the JT lamp, to be honest, unless they've got their own one now. Mackie Beard, good evening, thank you for the light there. Yeah, I'm not too sure if AP still use the JT one, or they made their own. Obviously, it was quite a long time ago. Cheese pasty and a Big Mac Western hamburger. That sounds good. Sounds tasty. I've got to climb now, come in, let's get the power on. 164 gradient. So St Austell's 2.28 miles away. It's quite a good climb this with a freight working. Good challenge. Do this in the castle class with the shorts at HST. Nice. Mark Lanyon, good evening. Thank you for the like. Hope you're well. Almost run out of pressure. Oh, you mean as in the castle class steam loco? I thought you meant with the HST castle short sets. My bad. That confuses the matters. No, AWS still features on this route. One thing I'd love seeing in TS is some Irish stuff. That'd be cool. I'm not clued up with Irish stuff, but it'd be nice to see. It's always nice to see other countries brought to the game. ATP tells you off as well if you're speeding, doesn't it? Obviously, if you're going over that speed, it locks the brakes on, I think. Am I right? Older stuff is like a ringing bell, like loco hull stuff. The more modern stuff is on the ping, as you hear on this. So stuff like Class 37s and stuff like that, you'll hear that ringing bell that goes off. Mason, good evening. The ping is a more modern side to the AWS. Hence as well, if you see newer stock, I think even the AWS is different on them now in terms of that sound. Take for example the Class 395 Javelin, that sounds totally different the way that goes off. We found the track joints. This is St Austell. Still sort of half and half on the gradient there. The old signal box here as well. All boarded up. Can't beat a bit of jointed track. Camera 8 indeed. We'll have a camera 8. It's the Kuju HST with the AP MTU enhancement pack on top. Door's still open at the minute. Oh, there we go. Yes, Ben, I've seen that. I don't know who'll be showing stuff off like that, to be fair. It'll probably feature if I do anything with the JT wagons, mind. If they're in use. But it wouldn't be something that would be featuring, obviously, if it's not been one of our products. I know the wagons are ours, but the sound isn't ours. It's just whether they're in the scenario or not, really. Bring back slammers. Truro next, so we've got a bit of a run now. 14.1 miles. Just checking there's nothing in this section. Other than Bungalow Junction, straight down to Truro. We'll go through Polperro Tunnel and Buckshead Tunnel. The Park and Dillet branch as well, you'll see the junction for that. Need some chefs on board, snow is a maximum difficulty. Do you have a favourite third rail EMU? For me, Class 442. I do enjoy driving them. Thing is, if you'd brought back slam stock, you'd probably see bars over the windows on most stuff, because you would just get the window hangers. The pig action, yeah, it's good. You're driving Liverpool to Manchester currently to Piccadilly with a Class 155 EMR. Nice. Mr. Shilber, thank you for the follow or the join there. I can't quite read what it said. Good evening. This is Burnglow signings as well. We can't beat the old stuff. Take the power off actually because it's downhill. So the line to Park and Dillock is that on the right hand side there. It was from a HST Windows senior first ever 50 and Braunton stabled at Bristol 2 years ago. Can't remember the last HST I went on, to be quite honest. It was a long time ago. I think I might have been when I did. I went to Bristol. Was it Birmingham to Bristol, possibly on a cross-country set? It was quite to my amazement that one of them turned up. I was expecting a Voyager. If you had to guess what to reckon as DTG will do for the next route with TS22, good God, I don't have a clue. I don't know. Could be anything. Do you reckon an Italian route could be possible? Maybe biased because I half Italian, but whenever he goes to family near Napoli, see the I can't pronounce that. Fresheros and the routes. The issue obviously for us is doing overseas routes. It's the research really. So for us, we'd have to go over to Italy and research routes. It's obviously quite costly. That's why we focus on UK stuff on that. That's why you usually sort of see the markets approached by people that sort of live in them countries a lot of the time. I mean, DTG do German stuff, but I'm not sure how it works, whether they have people over there that do the research for them, not too sure, or they go out and do the trips themselves. I'm not overly sure, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, I would. You're not wrong there, Dan. Obviously, UK routes are just easier for us to research, so that they're on our doorstep. Would like a fun fact about the 56s? Go for it. Trying to keep this at 65.5 mile an hour. Trying not to make it go over. You can't beat the 12-cylinder Pacman Valenta Thrash. No, lovely sound. I think one of the last ones I did at the Valenta was coming out of Blackpool on the HST sets that used to run down there many years ago. Did a few runs up and down in the last days. Michael Holden, thank you for the like. Good evening. Need trains with Street View style 360 cameras mounted to the top of the train. Would be very helpful. Horatio Rose. Was that better? I gave it a go. So Google Reggio Emilia, maybe. You're testing me here. Medio Pedana station. Me and family drive past it on the way down. Would be insane to see that NTS. Nice modern designs. I think that some of that the modern stuff that we see in TS overseas is the stuff that Rivet Games have done with the Swiss stuff. Some of their modern stuff's quite cool. I gave it a go. Marks out a 10 for attempt. I saw that route today, Rob Allen. The other one, is it the one where they stitched them all together? Saw a few pictures, look quite nice. Personally, I haven't, Nigel. I got a 10. I did well. Well, that'll do. I've achieved something. Alama, good evening. How are you doing? During the production of some examples that were made in Romania, all the Romanian examples were extremely unreliable. Where the ones that were built here, the ones were built here in Crewe, weren't they? And they've had no issues. Well, now we're down, one to go. It's mad, isn't it, how long it takes to get down here, even though it's quite a short route. If you think about it, it's a short route, but when you look at it on the map, it's like, it's mega. It's huge. Oh, not a problem, Merseyville, thank you. It would be nice to do the Corby line now, it's electrified, and can drive the Class 360 to St Pancras. I think you're right there, spotting southeast. Did I say that's Penzance to Penzance? I did not. You must have been hearing things. That's a day job. It's a long run, that. Tried to balance it with GCSE Spanish and many others. Wasn't easy. Regions like the Georges of Italy too, so it's fun. No, I think you're hearing things there, Dan. Definitely hearing things. You can't go throwing them sort of accusations around. It'll end up me having to do it. All rumours. We're only 4 miles to Truro. Mileage wise, 29 down to Penzance. Due in about 50 minutes. Don't say do Aberdeen to Penzance. God, it'll be longer. Over many routes. You can't do that, Dan. What skill should you learn that would be most desirable for employment within train simulation careers? I think it's good to have a knowledge of all different sort of aspects, like scenario creation, route building. I mean, you've got other areas such as programmer. You can do asset development, scripting, and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, really. At JT, we've got asset developers in the team. We've got the route builders as well. Obviously, we've got all the other aspects as well in the team, obviously the management side, but it depends on what the company sort of specialises in as well. So if you're in with trains and stuff, you've got the train coding and scripting as well, so there's other aspects. Just depends on what the company model is, what they focus on. So DTG are obviously more versatile because they do a lot more different things. James Chick, if you can do it, 1920 by 1080 is good. If it depends on what your obviously monitor stuff and all that is. Yeah, there's testing as well. That's another good shout there, Dan. I did a lot of testing for JT beforehand. Whilst I was a drum driver, a bit of my spare time was to do some testing for the JT products. Did that for a few years, to be fair. I still do testing now. I do testing bits and pieces and in between other things. Usually for the knowledge of Bedford and Kettering. Well, if you ever do a Bedford Kettering route and you have any info that you'd like to share, do share it. All info is always appreciated. We are coming to Truro as well. Just under a mile. Just half a mile. We've got the cathedral over there as well. Evening, Charlie. It's your first time at JT Stream as well. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Where are we on my map? So you've got Truro, and then you've got Penwithers Junction, which is the where you can diverge down to Falmouth Dock. It's been a lovely day today. It was very warm. Quite bizarrely warm compared to what we've had the other weeks just gone by with weather. But we won't complain because it'll probably end up raining again tomorrow. Skate rink. I love this asset. It's brilliant. Little skate rink. Like a skateboarding area, sorry. Skateboard park, like a skating rink. It's not ice. And you've got the cathedral again over here as well. I'll show you that. It's got the old mounts as well for the old viaduct alongside the new one. Got the custom box as well for Truro. And then of course the station. Don't forget guys, if you've just joined us this evening, Cornish Main Line is on offer till this Friday at 5 PM. You can pick up the standalone or the extension up. The links have just literally popped up into the, if you're on Twitch, they have just popped up into there as well, but I will just pinch them and I will just put them back into Restream so it goes through the other chats, because Nightbot doesn't show up on YouTube and Facebook unfortunately, so the links are there. They're popping back up again now for anyone on Facebook and YouTube. It's £12.99 for the extension and £15.99 currently for the standalone. These will go back up to full price this Friday at 5 PM. some of the many different semaphore models in the route. Redruth next, and that is in 9.03 miles. Nottingham and Skegness now is needed from JT. I'll add it to the list of ones you'd like to see. Now you can pick up Cornish Main Line off the Steam store as well, but please bear in mind that is a unbranded version, and also it does come with less scenarios. Always recommend, if you prefer doing it off the JT store, because you'll always get the reward point and you always get extra scenarios as well. You get our on-hand support as well. It's always quite quick to get in touch and help out with any issues that you may have. We're going to take the line to the right at Penwithers Junction. Again, the line to the left takes you over to Falmouth Dock. Well, it takes you so far. It's not obviously Falmouth's not in the route, but again, it's one of the branches. Peak Forest. I don't think it isn't yet. I've not seen that. Oh, interesting that. Just during the day for when Leicester to Bedford is in the game. That is on our aim and hopes eventually for the Midland Main Line. That we can link up with what's there already from DTG side, so you can obviously swap between two scenarios. I'm just watching myself on my with my webcam because I've got it flipped over on this stream. It's a bit different to on my personal stream. So on this one, it looks like I'm like looking away from looking at the TV. I'm not. I'm looking at my other monitor just for the chat. It looks like I'm being ignorant and not looking at what I'm doing. It'd be another nice one to see as well, Dan. I agree. Nottingham to Lincoln as well. All these I'd love to see. I'd love to see Midland Main Line just keep going forever. Big potentials. Should do 6 days a week working now to get all this done. If I start now, I'll get it all done for Monday for you. What's the point of HS2? You've got the West Coast Main Line. I think the point to make faster journeys. Surely. And yes, free up traffic. So the nicest came past your house today, but terminated at Headman Bridge due to a driver issue. Left 2 hours later. Crew. Lucky you got to them before as you missed. Oh, so did you get to see it then? Oh, you mean because you saw them the other week, didn't you? You were saying. So you missed them today, but you saw them go the other way. It's one of them things, unknowingly, isn't it? But yeah, happy days you've managed to catch them at least. How are you finding your drive now? Seems to be holding up for your first and only JT published scenario. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it the first time I did it the other year. I always enjoy a run on the Cornish. It's like a roller coaster, literally up and down in gradients and all around twisty curves. Memories of coming back and driving it with just the basic scenery. I remember this was one of the first ones. When I first started as JT 2 years ago. This was one of the first ones that I was starting on testing with. Hey Jack, how you doing? No, Will's not with us this week. He'll be back with us again in the next week or so on stream. If he wants to come back. I think he'll come back. But yeah, so you're doing some more asset creation yourself. Excellent stuff. I saw your screenshots that you've been posting. They look fantastic. Do keep up the hard work. We always like to see what the community get up to as well in TS. I'm very well, thank you as well, mate. Past the Scurrier tin mine. I think is it tin mines? I think these were. So stations left: Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Earth and Penzance. 18.61 miles to go. I've ever played Train Sim Boss on a train, even the same train and the same route that you're on, hoping to confuse the driver. No, I haven't. I haven't got a laptop, unfortunately, so no, I couldn't do that. What do you use to make assets? Considering making some on Blender, as there's going to be hopefully a new station in Grove between Didcot and Chelsea. Do we use Blender? So 3D Max is what's used. Blender as well, but 3ds Max is the industry standard. Hence with last week, if you watch last week's stream, you'll have seen Will using 3ds Max. He'd be able to do that. Just easing it down to 40 mile an hour. I have seen pictures of someone doing that. That's it. Blender as well, I believe, is a fantastic product to work with as well. It's just on the commercial side, it's always sort of like preferred to use 3DS. I know 3DS is quite expensive, well, for a license. Will was mentioning it was quite an expensive job. But I know loads of people that use Blender as well, and they build some fantastic stuff with Blender. Used to take a laptop to work on nights in a TOC control room. Got loads of staff looking out the window waiting for the train they didn't know about. And when they blew the horn. Kayri, thank you very much for the follow. Good evening. So you'd use 3ds Max to make assets, but for the basic decals like 37422 using Blender, that's fair enough. Moav, good evening. I go through quite a few red signals sometimes, yes. It has been known. The up and down sleepers, when diverted, always got away from us. The blast from the horn from the drivers as well. Beast. And next stop is Camborne, 3.3 miles away. So we've got about 20 to 30 minutes left drive time. Alfie Guinea, good evening. How are you, mate? That's what we're doing at the minute before getting into route building, to making a fully kitted out HST cab simulator. Got the GSMR to work, but I've got a long way to go yet. That sounds cool. Excellent. Like a really cool project, that. All the best for it. I'm very well, thank you, Alfie. And good to hear you're well as well, mate. Camborne's just appeared on the HUD there as well, so it's just 1.3 miles away. It's not too far now. Speed opens back up to 70 mile an hour as well. About half a mile, but we'll take full use of that when we leave Camborne. We've got the dropping gradient as well just after the station. As you can see, you may just be able to make that out on the HUD. So it shouldn't take long to get to speed. James Chick, not a problem. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Take care and all the best as well to you. Brakes on, otherwise we'll be overshooting. We don't want that. It's on there, it's just a bit faint. I don't have it set to full, like in your face on the stream. I feel like it distracts, so I make it so it's not as it's a bit more transparent, if you will. It's Camborne. I always find it a bit of a distraction when I'm driving as well. I like just to sort of see it. I'd also drive without it, to be honest. But I don't drive all the routes enough to remember where everything is. Certain routes, I can actually drive certain routes without the HUD, but a lot I need it on. Because otherwise I'll get a bit lost. I think the HUD as well did originally take a bit of the actual the HUD thing off the game, but we managed to move the game up a little bit as well. I think you can see it a bit better if I move the camera as well, so if you look there you can see it now. Just when you look down here it's a bit hard to see with the light. So one of the jobs in the control room was looking after the CCTV once. There was a couple of waiting on the platform for the overnight Cardiff to Waterloo 158. Zoomed in on their luggage label and put a message on the CS warning. Wishing them a good holiday. They were in stitches and waved at the camera. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm with you there, Jack. Yeah, so the HUD off the stream actually just shut that little bit out. Hail next. So 1 in 67 drop in the gradient there for a brief while. We're dropping on 60 mile an hour well short. I think it's coming up to St Gwynier's Road crossing. It's quite a sharp bend on an elevated curve. There's North Station, I think, at this location as well. Countdown boards coming in. So I think somewhere with the 50, it's somewhere in this region. I know that. No, we've not gone over it yet. It's down to 50. You see the curve coming in now. So this is it's St Gwynier's Road crossing. See the old disused platform that is still in sight, all overgrown. "10 miles, we're in our final 10 miles almost now to Penzance, guys. On our epic picturesque journey. The iconic HST. Hey up, Matt. Good evening. Nigel, not a problem. Swapping over there. That's no issue at all, mate. Twitch keeps freezing. I see. No worries. Just double check there's nothing going on my end. No. Must be maybe a Twitch issue at their end, possibly. I double checked. When I start seeing people say there's issues with Twitch, it makes me all paranoid that it's something at my end. No, it's not on my end. Just under 10 miles now, Josh. We've got Hale, St Earth, and then Penzance. Probably about 8 miles, yeah, 8.5. Oh, no problem there, Nigel, then. At least it's working still for you. Cheers for letting us know. So 79 miles all in we've done on our mammoth 2-hour journey almost. brakes on. Otherwise we'll have an overshoot. Don't want that. What's the plan for this stream? Is that Charlie? So we're doing Cornish Main Line for this stream. We've done a run starting at Plymouth, and we're doing a run to Penzance. Not too far away now. One more station before Penzance. It's a bob on stop, that, isn't it? Perfect. How far does the line go from St to St Ives? It goes as far as... So you got the station down at Lillen Saltings, and then it goes a little bit further to the portal, so it's mainly for AI, really. It doesn't go all the way. Just go show it for the record. Down to St Earth next. No, you're most welcome, Nigel. .2 miles down to St Earth, and then the rest of it is into Penzance. 6.79 miles to go, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the run so far, and do stick it out for the last 6 or so miles. Don't forget you can catch us again each Monday night on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook from 7:30. I'm not always sure what next week's plan is just yet. We will think of something and devise a cunning plan and let you guys know in due course later on in the week. This is St Earth, this is where the line as well goes to St Ives. That wasn't as perfect last time. I stopped a little bit shy of the stop board just past the semaphore. Are you working tonight, Dan? It's not too far away now. It's 25 miles. I'm not overly sure, to be fair, on that one, the Merseyrail. I've never used really. I've vaguely used the editor, but I'm not overly sure. I've not ever got anywhere to actually make something complete it, and to have it deployed into a route. So I couldn't answer that one, unfortunately. That may be one to direct to DTG on one of their streams. They may be able to drop an answer on that one for you. Unfortunately, I can't help on that one. I do apologise. Not a problem. Next and final stop's Penzance. 10 minutes apparently it's telling us we're going to get there. I feel like I'm really low down. I feel like I've been eaten by my my onboard. My chair. No, it's not. I thought my chair might have been set down. Volvo Trucker, good evening. How are we doing, mate? I'm very well, thank you, mate. Good to hear you well there. Shrinking with age. I don't remember to be slouched down to my chair a little bit, just getting comfy. We're on the Cornish Main Line tonight at Volvo. We're not too far from the end now on our run for the stream. We've done Plymouth to Penzance, class 43. I see you've given me an easy scenario here, Dan. Robert Allen, Twitch. Have you swapped over from Twitch to YouTube? Yes, Nigel was having the same issues on Twitch. Blame GWR for their working timetable. Bad GWR. What's it doing? Is it buffering or is it just stopping working? Oh, you're driving the Plymouth to Part 150/2 scenario. Is that the one that comes with the route, Ben? It seems to be just hit and miss for certain users. Have a red coming. Yeah, there must be an issue at certain ends. Probably what I'm red now. It should go to green. It's a lovely run, that one, with the 150. I think it might be Malcolm that made that one for us, who's in our testing team. I don't know, we may still be sat here. There's a yellow. Did a Penzance to par this afternoon on the double 153. Excellent. It shows that Cornish Main Line has been used quite a lot today. Glad to see that it still gets love and use by many users out there. Oh, nice one, Ben. Oh, we do have a green. Robin Price, hi. How are we doing? Not a problem, Nigel. Thank you again. Sorry to hear that you've had the Twitch issues there. Hopefully they'll be sorted for the next one. Do take care. I must unplug my Xbox controller because every time I go to a set of points it vibrates on my desk. I'm very well, thank you, Robin. I'm good to hear you're well there. I need to go and have a look for some timetables for this area. I want to make some scenarios. That's some older stuff. End of the line for the next stop. Yeah, 37s on the China clays and stuff would be nice to do. We've come from Plymouth on this run, Robin. We've done the full run. Volvo truck at this route is definitely out. It's been out for 2 years. It's on offer as well at the moment. Standalone version is £15.99, or the extension to Western Main Lines is down to £12.99. Those offers are on until this coming Friday at 5 PM. So do have a look into them if it's something that takes your fancy. Ducky Official, thank you very much for the like there. Or the follow, actually. It was a Twitch follow, thank you. No worries, Volvo. Happy to help, mate. Yeah, I won't be going through the buffers. Fire away, Ducky. Fire away. Will there ever be a Taurus 1216 loco be made? There's no plans from ourselves, but never say never for anywhere. I don't know. But yeah, there's no plans on our side of things. It's quite a long single line section to come out of the station like this, with the depot as well. Platform 1 for us, which is the far right. That's fair enough, Dan. Makes sense. I've never been to Penzance maybe in real life, but I'd love to come and visit. This station is lovely. It's a lovely welcome to Penzance, that. Especially with all the artwork. Sempans. Excellent stuff. My lights all set to red. Yes, they are. I won't open the doors just yet. So, this is Penzance. I do hope again, guys, that you've enjoyed the stream this evening and enjoyed what you've seen. And if you've not purchased this one yet, don't forget the offer stands till this Friday. Goes back at 5 PM to full price. I'll get them doors open. There we go. Don't forget, we'll be back again next Monday from 7:30 with another TS Delight from our library. We'll put the information up of what we plan to do very soon. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. And again, you can catch all those free once again. If you missed anything this evening, you will be able to watch back on all them platforms. So if there's anything you want to catch up on there, do go and have a little scroll back. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.